Okay, it's time for another edition of the Goodreads Psychic, where I analyze people's Goodreads and recommend a book I think they will love. Today I am going to start with Liana. Liana has a lovely booktube channel called Lianas Reviews. I will put a link to it in the description box below. She is from Australia and she's rated 309 books for an average rating of 4.10, and the lady is a Goodreads librarian, so major props. She loved The Girl Who Played with Fire, book 2 of the Millennium series. She noted, and I would agree with this, that it started out a bit slow, but then it kind of hooks ya. She loved Sharp Objects and Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, the Harry Potter books, the Throne of Glass series, A Court of Thorns and Roses, which I really need to get to, Fangirl, which is my favorite, The Fault in Our Stars, Cinder, Ready Player One, which she thought was quite clever, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, The Night Circus, Emma, which is another one of my favorites, Graceling, which is another one of my favorites, and Jane Eyre, again with the favorites. Seriously, stop it! Okay, so let's get to the not liked books. She did not like, I say she kind of hated 50 Shades of Grey. She did not like Cruel Beauty. She was on Girls in Pants, the third summer of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and yet she still went on to read Forever in Blue, the fourth summer of the Sisterhood, and was meh on that one as well. Same for Treasure Island, Landline, the latest 2 books of the Raven Cycle, which that actually does surprise me. Okay, Liana, you have some amazing favorite books, if I do say so myself, which is why I am very surprised that you have never read any Sarah Dessen books. I've only read one of her books so far, but it was the closest I've come to recapturing the feeling of fangirl again. That's a strong statement, and nothing is quite like fangirl, but Sarah Dessen is excellent in her own right. She's very realism like Rainbow Rowell is, not quite as cutesy as Stephanie Perkins, but still all around adorbs. I read The Truth About Forever, which is about Macy, who's dealing with her father's death by being, well, as perfect as possible. Then she gets a summer job with a chaotic but tight-knit catering crew. The characters here really get stuck in your head, and it's just really well written, so I recommend it. Let's turn our attention to Amber. She has a blog called The Book Cookies. Her interests, not horribly surprisingly, run to books and cookies. Her favorite genres are dystopian, fantasy, paranormal, and sometimes contemporary. She's rated 380 books for an average rating of 3.68. She loved The Darkest Minds, especially the characters Ruby, Liam, Cubs, and Zoo. She reread Unravel Me last year and was like, still amazing, and she's on Team Warner, by the way. She loved Landline, saying, best thing ever. She even thought it was better than Fangirl. I don't know if I quite agree with that. She loved Anna and the French Kiss, saying it was adorable, and she liked that it didn't get all age inappropriate or anything. But then again, she loved White Hot Kiss, especially the ending, and for a YA book, that one's pretty whew. She, like me, loves Poison Study, saying it totally exceeded her expectations. She liked Eleanor and Park, saying it reminded her that sometimes she does like a little romantic contemporary in her life. But then again, she also said she couldn't really relate to the characters. She was okay on Uglies by Scott Westerfield, saying Shay kinda annoyed her. I wasn't a big fan of Uglies either. Same for Mask of the Red Death, saying it was kinda jumpy and strange, which I also agree it wasn't my fave. She hated Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. She just couldn't with the characters, what they did, how they acted. She actually also kinda hated Paper Town, saying it just did not live up to the hype. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with one of my favorite authors, Juliette Marillier, but recommend one of hers I haven't recommended before, which is the Brede Chronicles, namely the first one, The Dark Mirror. This is another series of hers set in Celtic times. It's about a young nobleman who, as a little kid, rescues a baby who's been abandoned on his doorstep by the fair folk, which it's very bad luck to take in a baby given to you by the fairies, but he protects her anyway. They grow up, and it's kind of an open question whether she will end up spelling his doom. Okay, it's a lot better than I made the synopsis sound. It can be slow and lyrical at parts, but it's just a really lovely book. Alrighty, those are the books I'm going to recommend today. If you are not already on my list to be analyzed for the Goodreads Psychic and would like to be, drop your Goodreads link in the comments below and I will add you.